us apart and Smart on Sunday. We'll be doing more of your wrongly addressed mail shortly. Before that, we're going to speak to a very good friend of mine, a young gentleman called Gary Knox. And I've known Gary for a long time, and he's done quite an interesting thing this year. He's disappeared off travelling around the world with £5,000 in his pocket, and basically his life is being decided, his destiny is being chosen by people on social networking. When we first spoke to him, he was standing at Heathrow about 3 months ago with the money in his pocket. He managed to fly. He was trying to fly to Nigeria via Italy. It never happened. He ended up in South America. The last I spoke to him, he'd been in a coast town. He'd been hanging about with students in Buenos Aires. He'd been meeting lots of beautiful women. And I think now, Gary Knox joins us on the phone. Gary Knox, how are you?
Afternoon, Gordon. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good. First of all, Gary, I'm pretty glad you're alive, because we did have radio silence for the best part of a month. What on earth has been going on?
Well, a big portion of that, I was a little bit drunk, Gordon, but I've been all over. After we last spoke, I got sent to Easter Island, which is the most remote inhabited place on Earth, 2,500 miles off the coast of Chile. And when I was there, I had to find a job on a tiny fishing boat with the local Rapa Nui. There's only 5,000 people live on this island, and I had to walk up to them with some Rapa Nui written into my phone, hand them my phone and say, "Can I get a job with you?" So I spent 3 weeks with them, going out tuna fishing, catching langoustine. It was probably the best experience of my life.
Really excellent. How does it pay on the Easter Islands as a fisherman? Is it good money?
It's terrible money. I got paid in fish, but it kept me in food.
Oh, dear me. So listen, when you were there, did you become a bit of a local celebrity? Because you're obviously a blue-eyed boy from Manchester, and I imagine you stood out slightly over there.
Not really, because it is a bit of a holiday hotspot, despite it being so far away. But with all these sort of good things that I have to do, I get punished as well as kind of a make and make up. So after that, I got sent 127 hours on one bus from Santiago in Chile to Bogota in Colombia. I got like 6 hours off the bus at one point, and it was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
127 hours on a bus? You're kidding me.
Yeah, 5.5 days. And the worst thing is, after 2 days, I ran out of money and I couldn't get any out of the cash points. I went 3 days without any food or water.
What? How on earth did you survive 3 days without food or water?
Well, I managed to actually I had about a litre that managed to last out that whole time. And then when I finally made it to Colombia, I could get some cash out. But yeah, it was pretty horrific.
That's Bear Grylls stuff. Congratulations, well done. So it was Bogota you got to. So what happened there?
When I was there, I got sent to the Amazon, which was one of the things I always wanted to do. It's probably my number one thing I wanted to do the whole trip. But it's a little bit disappointing when you get to the Amazon, because Attenborough's there.
It's the river.
Yeah, but also Attenborough's there, not there to tell you what's going on. I was just kind of there with a Colombian guy pointing at monkeys. But when I was there, I did have to do the local shaman experiment, the shaman ceremony rather, which was also quite a harrowing experience, where you kind of take their local drink and you see your visions, your spirit guides.
So you're telling us, Gary, basically that you had sort of a 1990s Manchester experience, drinking some strange potion and going mental.
Pretty much that. I had 24 hours off my head.
So talk us through, what's that like then when you've drunk a magical potion 5,000 miles away from home?
It was really weird. There was one point that was really good, and actually you do what you're supposed to see, and you kind of see your spirit guide. It was like Wayne's World 2. But for the rest of the time, I just thought I was going to get attacked by a panther. So I was miles away in the middle of the jungle, and I was just tripping out, and I thought panthers were coming for me.
Right, okay, so you sobered yourself up a little bit from Bogota, and where did you go after that?
So yeah, I wandered around the beautiful country of Colombia, and that was just amazing. I kind of hooked up with some friends, and I lost a month really. And then I found myself absolutely spent the $5,000 in cash, so I had to earn some more money. So the guys sent me to Toronto in Canada. So obviously my first English-speaking country where I could actually try and earn some cash. But obviously with everything, it's never as straightforward as that. So I've got a challenge of earning $2,000, which is about 1,200 pounds. No, it's £1,200. 1,200. And if I don't do it, I get sent home. That's it. The project is over.
The challenge is over.
One problem is, now if there's any Canadian officials listen to this, cover your ears, I don't actually have a work visa, so I've got to do everything cash in hand.
Yeah, me. So you're basically legally, working illegally in Canada, and it could all go absolutely pear-shaped for you now.
It could go totally wrong. I could be home on July the 1st.
So have you got any leads then? Have you got any jobs lined up? What have you got lined up?
Yeah, I on Friday I was a mascot at the. I was dressed up as a koala bear for the Canadian Dragon's Den winners. They're a company that do like a load of kids' sports days, and I was the koala bear because they're an Australian company.
Did they pay fish?
Yeah, I got $50 for that. That was good.
What's this lead?
And then also, the guys on the site have suggested that I offer some services via things like Craigslist. So I've got a few jobs that I have to do as well. If you check out the site, you'll be able to find out what they are.
Are you a male escort, Gary?
I may be, Gordon. I may be.
Gary, how do we keep in touch, and how do we make you do the next thing in your destiny, in your travels?
If you check out CMOA.co.uk, and then you'll find all the articles that are on there, plus all the links to the social media sites.
Yeah, we can follow you on Twitter as well and see what you're up to every day. What's the Twitter address?
The Twitter address is @Knox CMOA, and Knox is KNOX.
Gary, stay alive, be safe.
Thanks, Gordon.
Don't dress up as a koala bear again. That's really belittled you. Don't do that.
But escort's fine, is it?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine, buddy. Gary, all the best. Good luck, and we'll catch up soon.
Cheers, Gordon. Bye.